Hello, children. Good morning. How are you doing? So, this is Mr. Yinka, your coding teacher. And this is our second video. And the last video we did was introduction to Scratch. And then the last video, I try as much as possible to introduce you to the Scratch coding environment. I touched on almost all the blocks. I explained the environment, what each part of the environment does. And then we discussed about all the blocks and we're using examples to show you. So in this video tutorial, what we'll be going to be doing is our first project. And this first project, I believe we have done it in the class. So, but for purpose of self-learning, I will be doing a comprehensive video here. And then you have to go through the video, practice it on your own, master it, and then we'll meet in the next class. So let's dive right in. Let me share my screen. Share my screen. All right, my Scratch is already up. Let me minimize it. Let me hide my picture to avoid distraction. And then let us sorry, let's go straight inside. All right, so for catching the apple, I've shown you the video before. What I'll just be doing is we'll be building it since we are all familiar with what the program is all about. So the first thing I want to do is to delete my cat sprite. After deleting my cat sprite, next thing I want to do is to get a background. Let me pick this blue sky background. And then we need a bowl and an apple. The apple will be falling inside the bowl. And then your job is to move the bowl to catch the apple. Once you have catched a specific number, and if you announce that you have won, and then display it there. So I will need a bowl. Let me scroll from my sprite library. Okay, I'll pick this bowl. All right. And then I will need an apple. Get an apple. You can make use of a ball. You can use anything. So the first thing I want to do is to first increase the size of this bowl. I don't like how small it is. I'll click on the bowl, change it to 200. Okay, it's fair enough. And then reduce the size of this apple to say 75. Okay, better. So the bowl is falling, the bowl will be at the bottom, the apple will be at the top, and then falling. All right. Now, I've gotten our environment. Okay, one other thing is, that's not necessary here at the beginning. So the first thing we want to do is to make this bowl move. When you press your left scroll bar, you should move towards left. Press the right, you should move towards right. Left, right, left, right, left, right. That's what we want to do. All right. Now, for us to do this, we need to first do something. Try and keep its position still. Now, talking about positioning, in our last class, I remember saying that there's an imaginary line, vertical line, called the y-axis, or line y-axis. And then there's an imaginary horizontal line called the x-axis, the x-line. Now, for the y-axis, it moves from positive to negative. If you are going up, you are going towards positive. And if you can see here, the y is changing to plus 176. But if it comes down, it goes to negative. You can see negative 141. All right. Similarly, the X, if you are going backward, you are going negative. You can say negative 192, go forward, going positive. Let me just demonstrate. Somewhere in the middle is 0. Let me make this 0, 0, enter. This is the point 0, 0, x 0, y 0. So the ball is at point x 0, y 0, somewhere at the center. Now, if I try to go up 120, this is 120. If I put minus 120, it goes down. And if I put back, make it 0 back, it goes to 0. Now, it's the same thing with the x, minus 120x, it goes left. Plus 120x, it goes right. So teaching you about positioning, I want it to be somewhere at the bottom here. So what I will do is I will make my x to be 0, which is at the center, but center, then my y to be 130. So bottom center. That's where I want it to be. So the first thing is I will pick my when flag click, and then I will go to my motion where I can position it. Go to X0, Y130. Now, so anytime it's here, and then you click the flag, it goes down right there. It goes down right there. So the next thing we want to do is, if we click on the left arrow scroll bar, it should go left. If we click on the right arrow scroll bar, it should go right. So I'll go to my control. I'll pick my happy if statement. I like this statement, so I call it happy if statement. If the left scroll key is pressed. So we are looking for something that has to do with pressing the left scroll key bar. And I'll come to my sensing. Let's see, touching mouse, touching color, touching color, distance mouse, ask, answer, left arrow key scroll. Wow, it's already on left. So just pick my left arrow key scroll. And then the next thing I want to do, if you click on this, what should happen? You should move left. You should move left. Now, for you to move left, we need to go to motion because we are moving. Now, I told you there's an imaginary X line. So I want you to move along that X line. I want you to move along that X line. So I will come here to change X by minus 10. If I say change X by plus 10, look at what is happening. This is moving forward. It's moving to the right. But I want you to move to the left. So change it to what? Minus 10. Then you see. So that's what we need. If this. And then we have done for the left. What about for the right? I duplicate, change it to right arrow, and change this minus 10 towards plus 10. Now, I want it to move continuously. And if you want something to move continuously, you have to put it in your forever loop. It's my forever loop. Then I'll put everything in the forever loop. So with this now, let me see. Okay. Now our ball is moving successfully. The next thing we want to do is to make the apple fall. To make this apple fall. And then we want this apple to fall from any position at the top here. Just can fall from here. You can fall from here. You can decide to fall from here and then come back and fall from here and come back and fall from here. So you are picking a random position. It's called random position. All right. So I want you to pick a random position. But the random position, it will still be at the top here, but it will be any point on X line. Any point on the X line. For instance, it could be Y170, and then maybe say it falls at X121 here, or X200 here, or X, that's minus 200, sorry, or X200 here. So just pick any position between X minus 200 and X plus 200. So that's what you're going to use. That's what we're going to use. So, and then the Y will remain at 170. So what I would do is first pick my flag event, and then the position where I want it to be remain permanently. Come to motion, go to X200. But I want this X to be between minus 200 and plus 200. So I'll come to my operator and I'll pick my random number. So it will be a random position between what? Minus 200 and plus 200. So, but then the Y will remain 170. All right, so we have gotten that out of the way. The next is to make the apple fall. Now, if you want to make the apple fall, two things that we should note. Number one, it has to fall continuously, meaning that we are going to make use of our forever loop. Forever loop, let's bring the forever loop out. That's forever block. All right, so we have brought out our forever loop block. The next thing is it's going to fall from the top down, 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 down like that, down like that. Now, the next thing is, since it's falling along the y-axis, what should we do? This is moving along x-axis, and this is what we did. We use change x by minus 10 and plus 10, one towards left, one towards right. Ours is not going up and down, it's just falling down, down, down. So it will be y what? It will be y, if it's going down, it's reducing. It's reducing. You can see it 97 from here. I'm checking here now. 97, 73, 48, 18, minus 11, minus 14. So it will change y by minus 10. Change y by minus 10. For instance, if I click on it, can you see it falling? Can you see it falling? So bring this out and plug it here. So I've gotten my code now. I've set the position, then it can fall. Let's try it. Can you see? If I bring it up again, let me stop it. I bring it up again, clear it, it will fall down. All right, so we have taken that out of the way, right? But the next thing is to make sure that it's not falling, it's falling continuously. That is, after one falls, another one should fall. So how do we get this done? I want you to think. I want you to think. All right, the best thing to do is when it gets down here, it should disappear and come back to this position and fall down. When it falls down here, it gets here, it should disappear and come back here again. Pick another position, maybe this place, fall, disappear, come here, fall, disappear, come here, fall, disappear, come here, fall, disappear, come here, fall, like that. So that's what we want to do. Now, for us to make it disappear, we have to know that we have two things to consider. two cases. The first case is when it enters into this bowl, and the other case is when it falls on the ground, because you actually want to be catching it with the bowl. So for us to do that, we have to introduce what we call a point. Point will be counting the points, you know, so that anytime it falls inside the bowl, it counts the point for you. Anytime it falls on the floor, it counts the point against you. So 3 things we have mentioned. We want to create a point that will be counting, or a score that will be counting. The second is to create 2 scenarios. A scenario that it will fall inside the bowl and it will fall on the floor. And the third is to okay, these are the 2 scenarios. These are the 2 things to consider. Now, let's start with when it falls inside the apple. So we use if it falls inside this bowl, or if it touches this bowl, you know. So let's go to our if statements. Let's pick our happy if. We need 2 if. One is the bowl, one is the floor. I will assume this is the floor and this is the bowl. So another if. I'll go to my sensing. Now, let's make use of colors. This side of the bowl is the color. This side of the ground, this color of the ground, this is brown, and this is like a carton color. So I'll come to if touching color. Now this color, if I click on this color, I'll click on this eyedropper tool. I'll come and pick this color. That's the color of the bowl. That is, if it touches that color, and then here, if it touches this color, those are the 2 conditions. Now, if it touches this color, that's the bowl. It should add 5 points. So let's create our points. Variable, we'll create new variable, we'll call it points. And then for all sprites, so our point is appearing here. Now, you know, we have 2 things we want to do. Number 1, the third scenario is to appear and reappear. That is, if it gets to the bottom, it should disappear and go back to the top. And then we can do that by using this goto. I'll duplicate this. It's only the goto I need. Let me duplicate it because I need 2. One will be here and one will be here. So once you touch this color, disappear and go back to the top here. Once you enter this bowl, disappear and go back to the top. That's what this will do. This next thing we want to do is to put a point. Now, if it touches the bowl, which is this color, it should increase by 5 points. By 5 points, guys, it should score you 5 points. But if it touches this, it should minus 4 points. Just make it that way. 4 points. So if this, do this. If this, do this. Let's try to run it. Okay, sorry. Let's stop this program. Now, we made a mistake. We're choosing variable. That's why the point is not changing. So we have to change this to points. All right, so when you're writing your code, always be careful. Just a slight mistake could cause your program not to work properly. See, the point is increasing 5, 10, 6, 2 is reducing. That's if you touch the ground, it's reducing. If you enter the apple, it's increasing. right? Now that has been done. Now we want to put a, let's put a cap to it. When you get to certain scores, you should announce win. You should announce win. You should announce win. Now, for you to do that, you need to create the first thing to do is to know which point you want to get to. When it gets to point 50, you should announce that you have win. So your assignment will be to create the one that will announce that you have lost. Perhaps if you get to minus 20, then okay, you should say, okay, so you have lost. Try again. But if it gets to 50, it says you have win. Hooray, something like that. All right, so for us to do that, we create a sprite. Let me use the opportunity to teach you how to create a sprite. Come to the sprite panel here. I'll click paint a sprite. And to take us to this environment where you can paint a sprite. Click, okay. I like this green color for the wing. So I'll type a text. You have won. Let me make it capital letter. Won. Let me put it at the center. Then put another one at the beginning, at the bottom. Let me make this bigger. The center of the screen. And then I want to put another message at the bottom. Hooray. Something like that. Make it big also. All right. If you like that caption, if you like that font, you leave it. If you want to change it, you can change your font to whatever you want. You can use Pixel. Let me try the Pixel. Let me make it, let me put that position 0, 0. Okay. So now I've created this sprite. Now let me go back to my code. The first thing I want to do is to first make sure that it's hidden. So when flag click, you should hide first. Hide. The next thing is to put a limit on the scores. So let me use another event when flag click. Now, when flag click, you should check the scores. If the scores is equal to or greater than 50, then you should broadcast this message. How do we go about that? If scores is greater than or equal to, we're talking about math, right? Let's bring our happy if statement first. Bring our happy if statement, and we'll go to math. Greater than or equal to. So we'll need this our or operator. We will need our greater than 50, not greater than 50 or equal to 50. So what is greater than 50? Scores, points. point is greater than 50 or point is equal to 50. So we'll bring all this, I'll put it here. Now, once it is that, what should it do? What should it do? It should broadcast a message. There's something we call broadcast under control. Under, sorry, yeah. No, under events, broadcast. Broadcast a message. And what's the message? Let's create a new message. We call it win. So you should shout win, right? You should broadcast win. So once you receive win, what should happen? This that is hidden should now show. So when I receive win, show. That's it. And then for the Apple, when I receive win, what should happen? I should stop all program. When I receive win, I should stop all the program. Then let's even hide the Apple. Looks. Hide the Apple and then stop all sprites. Control. Stop all other scripts. In fact, stop all. Stop all other scripts. Let me use this. All right, so let's see if this will work. I noticed that our scores started from 20 something. It's 50 something now. Okay, still not showing. Let's look at what happened. What's happening? Coming. Coming. Let's first initialize this course, because what I notice is this course, if I start again now, this course is starting from 80 something, which is wrong. Now, I want to make it, okay, showing our win now. I want to initialize it. Let's initialize it. Every time you start, this course should start from 0. Variable, set score points to 0 at the beginning of the program. So if I start the program, it goes to 0. What is happening? Our Apple has hidden and is not showing again. So we have to put show Apple because we have hide it already. So we have to put show. So that's shown. Let's get to 50 and see. It's not showing. But how come it showed the other time? Okay. I'm coming. Let me put this here. Let me put this here and try this. And let me put it along the same. Let me stop this and wow. So it's working now. So you try and add if point is less than or equal to -20 and design a sprite that will show you have lost. And let's see that would work. So the next class, I'll be asking you for this assignment and see how you are doing on your coding adventure. All right, so just like I've told you, you have to try. You don't necessarily need to get it at the first try, but you have to try. You can see everybody, you can see me while I was coding. I made some mistakes and we corrected it. That is how coding is. Even the big time programmer, their mistake might be minimal, but they are making mistakes and they are correcting it and it's working. That is the most important thing. That's all in the process of creative thinking. You have to be creative in your thinking. You have to find new ways to do it. There are several ways we could do it. We can do it in another fashion. So, but the most important thing is to be creative in your thinking and then practice it. So that is the code. That is the game. Once you are done designing yours, be happy to play it, enjoy it. I'll teach you how you can install it on your system and make it permanently yours before the end of the term. So far, I hope this video has been informative and I'd like to thank you for watching.